Hey, what's up, stream keepers, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's topic, I want to talk to you guys about stream ratio and how it actually impacts survivability and, of course, breeding as well. But just before we go into the topic direct, I wanted to give a special shout out to Stream.io, or is it Stream.pio, that he has commented in one of my YouTube section, and I really appreciate his support so far. And certainly, congrats on your new online shop. I wish you all the best in terms of your future endeavors. If there's anything in terms of stream question, I understand that you have also asked the question regarding when do I actually remove the streamlets from the tank, from the main breeding tank. So I did reply saying that as long as it's below 0.8 cm, or before they start to they start to fly, the males start to fly, or when they start to breed as well. So the whole idea behind it is, the long story short is that we do not want to cross the streamlets to the parent, at least not now, because what you want to do is that you want to actually select the streamlets female to actually go back to the main breeding tank, so that you can actually get higher population and enlarge your colony for breeding. So that's the long story short. So in today's topic, like I've mentioned, I wanted to talk to you guys about the ratio in terms of breeding and why is it so important. So actually, this has come out a few times, and I think it is a fairly common question that has uh, been been surfaced, and the whole idea, trying to get the whole idea in terms of the reasons why ratio is so important. I actually want to take this opportunity to actually share in depth in terms of the stream ratio. So stream ratio, what I've been taught is that you actually, for example, a breeding tank, you should actually have a 4:20, or 1:5 kind of or 1:4 kind of a ratio. However, I kind of like tweak a little bit, and one of the reasons I tweak a little bit is because, for example, if you go into a high grade streams, and if you really want to breed good quality streamlets, um, the whole idea is that the initial startup cost, the investment for a high grade, 20 females and 4 males, that can really um, put people off. Hence, I kind of took a little bit to ensure, but also have results. But at least it is not so daunting to have that number of streams in the tank in the initial investment. However, I think what is important right here is that um, the breeding colony is not a one-time off thing, right? So you can actually gradually build up your colony in the sense that, for example, if let's say your target, let's say the target is 30 females or even 20 females, you can always start off with maybe 12 or 15, and then slowly you build up on that, on in terms of quality. And why is that so important? Why is the ratio so important? I have spoken to a few breeders, and one of the reasons is that if the ratio is not right, for example, if there's more males to females, chances are, you know, let's not even talk about breeding. Talk about survivability, because the males, for example, if one female molt and there's 5 males, the female is going to get attacked, right? And in the course of that, molting or mating process, it actually injures the female, and it actually triggers, like for example, if the females get injured, and and the rest of the males start to attack, and it becomes so-called like food, then it kind of like got consumed alive because of the ratio. So that is very important, and one of the things is that we want to minimize aggression. So um, the minimum that I really recommend is actually at least 2 males to 15 females. And one of the reasons why 2 males is because um, there is actually a security, because when the male stream molts, and if let's say you only put 1 male and 10 females, and if that 1 male molt and together with 1 female, they molt at the same time on the same day, the male is not actually able mount on or they are not able to mate to the female. So that kind of lost an entire 30 days or molting or breeding session. And if you ask me if it's important, actually, to me, if you start to go into very high grade streams, it is very critical. And one of the reasons is because every single breeding cycle counts. There are actually finite numbers of breeding cycle, and we want to actually maximize the breeding cycle as best and as much as we can, so as to produce as many streamlets so that we can actually select from there. And that is the reason why having one male is, although it may sound like it is the ideal, however, having two males is actually a better option, because you actually have a backup in case that that male molt and the other male can actually still mate. However, the thing is, when we think about the entire budget or the entire investment in terms of getting that breeding tank set up and going is relatively high, because good males are usually very expensive as well. And then if let's say you have two males and 10 females, that's going to put you that's going to cost you quite a little bit, if let's say if they are all very high grade streams. So what one can actually think about is that with that ratio, if let's say you want to have 2 males and 15 females, what you can actually think about is that you have a few high grade ones, and then the remaining ones are slightly lower grades. So that kind of like builds up the numbers in the tank. And it's also very important to have numbers in the tank, and one of the reasons is because having numbers in the tank actually provide that security for the streams. If for example, if you are actually purchasing these streams from overseas, or from a breeder that is not staying in the same region as you, and there's a lot of traveling involved. Why I'm actually saying that is because there is stress to the stream during that transportation process, and sometimes it takes a lot of time for the streams to actually get acclimatized before they actually start to breed again. So that's the reason why having good numbers in the tank, like 15 females, that actually provide that kind of a security blanket for the streams to actually wander out more openly. And this has been seen and has been reported by many breeders that have tried to have like 5 streams that has been purchased from overseas, and they kind of like hide a lot, especially if those are adults and they are high grade ones. They tend to be a little bit more shy, and they tend to be a little bit more sensitive compared to, like, for example, if let's say you are just purchasing a very normal PRL, you just get 15 of them. They are generally more hardy and less sensitive in that relation. So it is that is the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about this ratio thing, and it's very important. I have also breeding tanks myself, and what I do is that I actually keep the males aside, and I actually select the males to actually use them from time to time, and then that can actually helps to control the genetic pool, and of course the selection process. So like, for example, if I have like 40 females in a breeding tank, what I will do is that I will then take a look at what are some of the available males that I have being separated out, and then I will actually take a conscious effort to see, okay, if what are some of the desired traits that I actually want out from the streamlets. Then from there I will start to use the male and choose the male. So that's from a ratio and a selection process standpoint. So I actually just completed the import from Taiwan again, and it is quite a feat in terms of unpacking them, putting them right into the tank, and with so many streams and stuff like that. So it has been a long weekend for me, and it is a really good one in terms of streams and also family as well. So I actually wanted to share with you guys some of these pictures of the streams that I've got in, and of course there has been quite a lot of good streams this time around, and it is I'm very excited to actually embark into, I mean, the second phase of this journey, in terms of progressing in the stream breeding hobby, and continue to provide more information for you guys. So so for those, who have just uh, got into this hobby, I would really encourage you guys to actually think about reading up, and of course, do a lot more research, and then think about what are some of the things that you actually like to keep and breed as well. So at the end of the day, you actually uh, have that idea and direction that you really want to go, and it can change over time. Like for example, you can start off with some PRLs or blue boats, right, and then you start to move on to another type of streams that you like, and things like that. But I think having a direction is good, and it's always good to do it step by step. And of course, there is, everybody starts somewhere, so there is really no hard and fast rule that you have to actually start with high grade streams, and stuff like that. So you can always start off, even for myself, I don't start off with high grade streams as well. I started off with very affordable streams, to actually, to really understand and learn, give myself, a few years to actually kind of learn through the process as well. So for new breeders out there, do not be disheartened if, for example, you started off the streams and they don't do well, or even let's say you started already, and for those intermediate breeders, you have already started. However, you wanted to actually move on to the next step. For example, you started off with blue boats, and now you want to go on to stardust and boas, and when you get to that level, you want to move on to, for example, black fancy tiger, and at every stage you actually have that kind of challenge. And do not forget that as each stage progresses on, there will be more challenges along the way. I think as long as you are determined and you consistently try to improve the process, definitely at the end of the day, you will eventually reach the goal. You'll be able to breed good streams as well. So that's all, folks, for this episode. Thank you for watching, and for those who are new to this channel, please remember to subscribe to this channel to get more updates. I'm trying to put out weekly content, although it is actually quite difficult in terms of content sharing, because there is actually only so much that we can actually share in terms of streams. And so do subscribe and give a thumbs up. And if you want to see any or learn anything from the channel, please let me know in the comments below. Just feel free to write them out, and then I will take some time to actually go through some of this content that you have requested, and I will spend some time to actually develop it as well. So thank you guys, and until next time, peace out.